And what you're saying?
Yeah, I think everybody in this report gave us a good advice on how to make this or this travel a good one. So, what do you think about this one?
Well, actually, you know, the common thing that you actually hear on the report is that people will go ahead and say you have to make preparation. You have to go ahead and book early and just try to find the best prices. You know, because money can be a problem.
Yeah, I think everybody in this report was outlining how to prepare for this for your trip. Any kind of trip, how can you prepare for it? Yeah.
Yeah, actually what I thought was they summed up all of what we said so far.
Yeah.
The backpacks, the checking for prices, having a contact, and on the other side.
Yeah, money.
Money is, you know, that is the number one issue for everybody. You know, you go ahead and you want to go somewhere, you have to have some kind of money. And as you said before, that you have to check the prices that they have over there. Because some countries would have some kind of different economical system, so it may seem a little bit more expensive than your own, or sometimes a little bit less expensive. So go ahead and secure them up and know if you actually have got enough money to actually go there. And you know, just as we said before, having the exact amount of money for yourself isn't really enough. You have to have some kind of extra money. You know, just say it because Allah Azza always know that something might happen, and being ready is always just nice. Just don't go ahead and say, okay, we'll just go and see what happens. You should always go ahead and see if they have some kind of tours. You know, I do remember once, and I have been told that if you go anywhere, you can always find tours. For example, I've been told about Scotland. You know, there are so many tours that you go there, and they're not even that expensive. You know. So you basically pay not so much amount of money, but you'll be going and seeing different castles, different lakes. They call it lochs over there.
Loch Ness.
Yeah, Loch Ness and Loch Mona or something. I don't really exactly remember the name of that.
Yeah,
it is a good place. It was a very good place, honestly.
Yeah, it's very cultural. It has a lot of monuments and a lot of ruins.
Yeah, rooms, you know, when you say rooms, there are castles and everything that's made from swords and prisons and so many different things, even catapults. You know, we can actually go ahead and say, okay, this is the catapult that they used about 300 or 400 years ago, and it's still there in a very good condition. And that is exactly why it explains so some countries are really good in, you know, in tourism, not only workouts, not actually in tourism, because they actually reserve what they have, you know, not only destroying or demolishing the past ruins, or simply trying to put in its place some kind of hotel or something else. If you reserve what you have, you know, it has some kind of value, some kind of cultural value, historical value. So people would actually pay money to come and see it. You can see it almost everywhere. People would go ahead and pay money to go to see old stuff, old houses, old villages. Anything that has the word old on it, you know, and it says old, it seems old, people usually pay money to go ahead and see it. Even in your eyes, it's simply stupid.
Yeah, other benefits from this from traveling is having souvenirs from places you go. For example, I went from about 5 years. I went to London, a school trip in London with my friends. I collected as many souvenirs for Big Ben, those the stages in Madame Tussauds Museum.
Madame Tussauds is the wax museum, isn't it?
Yeah, wax museum. It's awesome. Yeah, you can differentiate between the real person and that statue in front of you.
Yeah, actually, I read about the museum now. It's like one of the major tourism spots in London.
Yeah, its tickets are very cheap, and you're receiving
so much value for money.
Yeah, exactly. Other thing, I'm talking about souvenirs. Souvenirs can just remind you this value, this trip, this amazing trip, this how you prepared for this trip. What did you do to just get this statue, this souvenir? Yeah.
Like I said, souvenirs are essential for any trip to remind you what happened, one of the good times that you had, and the experience that you gained from that trip.
Well, would you actually buy souvenirs for yourself or for your family and friends?
Both, of course. Yeah, both.
Yeah, I actually, when I went to that trip, I worked for both. Actually, I was young at that age. I was in grade 6, I think. Yeah. I got for my family just to put it in as a decorations at home.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, and I just kept one statue for myself to just take photos with it. That's a really, yeah.
Very good. Well, honestly, having souvenirs is a very good tactic, put it that way, to keep yourself reminded of what actually, where you have went actually. But, you know, when you sit down and remember all the places that you have been to, you know, be it London in your case, or somewhere else, I think you've been to Scotland since you know about the locks.
Actually, that was, well, I love complete for fun. But has to be different. I love that. I love the Hawaii. They have
Know about Pirates of the Caribbean, and, you know, but
great news about it, and I would love to go.
yeah, actually, I want to go to Ecuador.
To go.
Yeah, Ecuador. Pull it out. It's, you know, tropical. It may from Mishmara. So, but what I know is that it might be the safest place if you want to go there. And as I told you, you have to have the medical shots before going there because you don't want to get sick because of getting spiders or almost everything in the tropics. I think is out of some.
It's about the situation, the country, because actually the Caribbean, some islands are very dangerous. Not with the gangs. All that. Yeah. About that.
Yeah. Um, good in these places. You know, they just collect sea stuff to eat it. Mostly, yeah. Unfamiliar
About
sea
that,
stuff.
I have to disagree. Because what I heard, like we said in the first of the episode,
Yeah, I mean, they're
things.
not just eating a normal fish as we eat a fish.
I know.
I mean, they're just going to, yeah, sorry?
Raw,
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Some
not.
French fish is, yeah.
Don't
just-
you eat
just,
Japanese food?
Yeah, Japanese is like all raw.
Yeah, it's raw
I
salmon,
think
raw
it's-
almost raw everything.
And you don't have to eat it. It's not like it doesn't have to be all the food aren't all raw. They're cooks. They have to cook. They know from older ages. They have learned to cook because of germs and diseases that come from some sort of fish. They have adapted to them because of the cooking and learned a lot of things.
Yeah, like if the fish was actually poisonous and he has to cut off the poisonous tail or whatever. But the thing is, if you are really picky with food and can't eat, you know, whatever it is that they offer for any kind of cuisine, you'll be going to fast food restaurants, you know, because they're all over the world. Almost anywhere you go or you want to go, they'll be there. So go ahead and, you know, just get yourself some burger and fries.
You have a hard time.
Yeah, such a hard time, you know.
Yeah, trying to know what to eat, finding the right sort of places.
It's part of the fun. But when you put on the fun, I find getting for, you know, eating it's really part of the fun. But please, as long as it doesn't move in my mouth while I eat it, I think I'll be just fine. But you know, when you actually said something about this situation about the, of course, that is like the number 2 or number 1 thing that you have to think about. Climbing a mountain or bungee jumping or something else.
Or even backpacking. Backpacking, like I heard that backpacking for Europe is the most excellent experience that you gain because just along, because you know that okay.
Yeah, well,
Essential.
yeah, there is really something that really what you actually say because some places are not really not. So, go and enjoy you. they are always
think
safety
you have to-
measures.
yeah.
And
Okay, an expert with you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
in this situations. Another one, I just want to talk about the benefit. How can we benefit from travel? I mean, we just talked about relaxation thing. We talked about shopping.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to talk about a third benefit for this. Yeah, trying new food, a fourth one.
you know,
What do you think?
for some of us, it is actually a plus. For some, it's minus.
Yeah, I think then David.
Yeah, that's really a big benefit from traveling.
Yeah.
Not only language, just cultural benefit. Knowing new things, new stuff about
just
the
getting
culture.
to know a new culture.
Yeah.
That's what you mean.
Yeah.
So simply trying to know something new. When you talk about benefits, it's not only about having fun, taking time off, trying new food, trying new language, or learning a new language. It's just simply taking time off, going somewhere else. If you're sitting always in some kind of box, and then you're going to some kind of circular place. Simply because it's a difference, and the and the size and the shape and everything. That alone would mean a lot. Because it's just simply different.